Hello, peoples. I just spent like 10 minutes experimenting with my lighting and nothing worked, so I'm just doing this again. Today we are reviewing the Studio Series Transformers 1 Optimus. Let's go! I'm very happy to own this. But before we take a look at the toy, let's take a look at his box. So we got Transformers 1, we got Optimus 112, Transformers, CGI render. On the back, we got product shots, 25 steps to transformation. We got him holding the Matrix. A hero fulfills his destiny, becoming the legendary Optimus Prime. If you have not seen this movie, go watch this movie. It is incredible. I watched it Thursday, and oh my god, it is so good. You guys need to see this movie. But anyways, Prime. So this guy is pretty cool. Bringing it in for a closer look. The head sculpt looks really nice. I like the shoulder and arm design. You can kind of see the Matrix in there. The legs. Now then, I know the plastic comes off as yellow on camera, but it's much better in person. And he is clean. Only the top of the truck is showing there. Now then, accessories. These smokestack pieces do come detached in the little like construction paper thing that the accessories come in. You got the Energon X, which looks really good. It's a nice blue. Then you can slide it into the hand. I wish it was kind of yellow to more accurately imitate how it looked in the actual movie. But this looks pretty good. Next up, we have this thing. This is a accessories exclusively for vehicle mode, but it can store in robot mode. These two slots go into two tabs in here, so you just slide that in from the top, I recommend, so that way it gets in there all the way. Just get that in there, like that. And then you can close it up, and it hides away pretty well, and kind of recreates the jetpack that they have. Final accessory, Matrix. It's a very small Matrix, and it's kind of hard to remove. There we go. But yeah, it's a very tiny Matrix made of transparent plastic, which, I mean, it looks cool, that's for sure. And then, so you see there are tabs on the side of it, and then there are slots in his hands. So if you pose him out correctly, as you saw in the cinematic intro, trademark, you can get him to hold the Matrix, and he can light our darkest hour. But right now, the Matrix stays in the Matrix chamber. And boop. Now then, articulation-wise, this guy is very, very, very dynamic. So the head is on a really nice ball joint. It can look up all the way and can look down a little. It can tilt and rotate. Shoulders pull a full 360. They can go out to the side on kind of trigger-happy shoulders, and he has inbuilt butterfly joints. For deluxe class, that is crazy, and it really does help him grasp the Matrix and get into all sorts of really cool poses. get a bicep rotation, 90 degrees of bend at the elbow, wrist rotation. Now then, the waist joint is up here, which makes it a little awkward to use, but he does have a waist swivel. The hip skirt is just one piece right here, so the hips can kick forward that far on really tight ball joints on my copy. If we remove the alt mode accessory and move the backpack out of the way, they can go back that far. They can then go out that far. You get a thigh rotation. Pretty tight bend at the knee on mine. That goes a little over 90. And the legs are really tight on my copy. And finally, an ankle pivot and toe down, but can't really use that for much. So articulation for this Optimus is really good. But now, let's get into size comparisons. Now, I don't have many size comparisons to do for this guy, because this is the only Transformers 1 figure I own. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare him next to the two other Cybertronian Optimuses I own. So first up, we are going to compare him next to the Gamer Edition Optimus. And yeah, these designs are way different. Not sure which one I like more. And then their matrices are way different as well. You got Gamer Edition Matrix, then you got TF1 Matrix. They're very different. But there's that comparison. Next up, we have a figure that I directly compared this to in my review of it, the Siege. And yeah, they both have the kind of back cape thing, but this one conceals it a lot better than this one, and I think that these look pretty good together as just Optimuses, and I think the TF1 design is a pretty good Optimus. Now we transform this thing. Now then, this transformation is in no way, shape, or form conventional because the vehicle mode isn't conventional. So I'm gonna experiment with oh wow, oh my goodness, that's amazing. That is really good. Oh yeah, keep that. Yeah, that makes it look a lot better. So the first thing that we're gonna do is collapse the toes. They do click. And I'm gonna unlock the focus. No. Because I have to lock the focus to get this kind of better lighting. But then if I lock the focus, then I can't do this. Whatever. I'll figure something out. So, we got toes. Next, you want to take these internal pieces and rotate them outward. Like so. Next, we're going to do the torso. Unpeg the back and rotate it upwards. Then you want to rotate the head, bring it up, and collapse it into that hollow cavity so you can recreate where's my head. Then you want to take this entire assembly, unpeg it, bring the shoulders up, take the front grill and unpeg it. Now the arms. Do that. Alright, I'll go over it step by step. So you want to bring these down, bring this up, bring this down and around at the same time. Make sure this all pegs in. It's a very weird arm transformation. Then, as you could probably guess, collapse that over, and we're almost done. We got the legs to do. Now then, rotate at the waist, collapse the hips, bring the hip skirt up, bring this assembly bring the legs all the way up. Now then, you want to make sure these ball joints are in the correct position because they can get misaligned easily. So just make sure that leg is straight. So that way they peg in. Now then, you want to attach the legs. You want to take the hands, click them into there, and as you can see, they will tab into the sides there. There's a slot here that'll go into a tab on the side of the thigh, so it's a very tight connection at the hands. It kind of clicks. But then, once you got all that done, you put him down, make sure everything is level. And boom. Optimus. You know what? Screw it. I'm not doing this. I'll figure something out. This alt mode looks... I really like this alt mode. You can take the vehicle mode accessory and plug it into these two slots here. It's made of a slightly flexible plastic, which means it'll be easier to attach and remove without worrying about it breaking. So you can have 4 guns on Optimus, or you can rotate these pieces back if you feel so inclined. Come on, straight now. But I like to keep these pieces facing front forward. You got 4 guns. And then the axe. The axe store is pretty cool. So you want to separate the legs. And these 2 big old tabs on the side will go into slots inside of the knees. So just slot that in. I slot it in. And close up the legs. All pegged together. And there's the axe storage. So now I'm going to do a quick time-lapse transformation, so that way we can get into some final thoughts. So I really like this figure. I think it's a really fun little just thing to have, and I do recommend it. I do recommend you pick him up. He is a level A figure, which means he will be more in stores, rather he will have more of an in-store presence, which will be really nice. So that way we're able to actually go toy hunting again instead of just looking online. But that has been my review for the Studio Series Transformers 1 Optimus. I will see you all in the next one.